over there? Beat on the street? Just having it in the back? I feel better about the beat. Daily goal. But no, not the other one. I just mess with you, man. Alright, you wanna do me a favor and check out this stream? Make sure everything's... I'm on YouTube. Cause I don't have to pay for VODs or... It's just easier to say something. It's a great question. I think it's down there. Maybe it's vitamin D. Some of my graphs up there. Yeah, vitamin D. Yeah. Check. It's working. Yeah. Trav, you at the gym doing hack squats? Oh. Yeah, Tanner's a jerk like that. Right, bro. What did you say, bro? Turn this down. Tanner, how do you hate me, bro? What about this one? Is that more your speed, bro?
Laser screen.
To go, right? And so let me just check here. Okay, great. So now we have our data in our Clay table. There's other ways, of course, we could get data in. If you're looking for local businesses, finding local businesses on Google Maps is a great way to be able to do that. You can scrape Sales Navigator. There's lots of different ways that you'd be able to get data inside of your Clay workflow. And I hope this is, showing you that no matter what you import, it's going to be the data that you expected, and it just is going to fill in a spreadsheet exactly the way like this. Everything's going to be filled in. Now, once you have the data in Clay, you of course want to use integrations and you want to enrich it. And for some reason, I feel like this is where people get confused. But just keep in mind that you've been doing this your entire life. As a salesperson, as a marketer, as a founder, what you're about to do inside of Clay, you've been doing your entire life. We're just streamlining it here. And so what I mean by that is oftentimes, the way that we used to do this is you used to build a list of companies, and then you would say, okay, I've got the domains now. And now that I have the domains, now I'm going to import this CSV to something like Apollo.io so I can turn these domains in and I can enrich it for company headcount, industry, their location, and all of these other things, right? And so all an integration is just pinging one of your favorite data providers with the data that you have in the list and getting those results back, right? And so that's all that's really happening here. Don't let Clay or what people say on the internet confuse you. All we're doing here is we're just turning a data point and we're just enriching it for more things, right? And so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a very easy integration where we are going to enrich this data for more company data. So Clay is providing this data for free, but say I wanted the data about how many technologies are installed on this website, right? And so the best place to get that data would be built with. So I'm going to click on add a column over here. And so we can click on add enrichment. We can also create text columns. We can create formulas, merge columns, all these other things. But for right now, we're just going to click add enrichment and we can find a technology stack right here. So we're going to click on this one. And I always recommend people to add your own account in your built with API key using the Clay share key, or you can add your own account. Now, as a quick aside, I always recommend people to add your own account and use the API key from there. Because this is yet another thing that people get wrong about Clay. Everybody says Clay is ridiculously expensive and it's so expensive they can't use it, all the other things. Yes, the Clay credits are expensive. The reason that they are expensive is because Clay is not like any other data provider that you have access to. When you purchase ZoomInfo, when you purchase Apollo, when you purchase Seamless, when you purchase LeadIQ, all these other platforms, nothing against these platforms, but their business model is they have found the data on a contact, they've found the data on a company, and you buy that data, and then 1,000 other people buy that data, and there's no more marginal cost for them to supply the data to you than it is for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, eighth person who's using all the data. 1,000th person, they're all using the same data, except for maybe email data when somebody changes the job or whatever it might be, then it gets refreshed, whatever. In Clay, things are more expensive because Clay has negotiated on your behalf to be able to purchase, data products inside of the platform. And if you find it to be too expensive, use your own API key. The plan that you need to buy is the $350 a month plan, just for the time saving that you're going to have to just be able to use all the platforms that you're using anyway, but bring them all into Clay. Just the time saving that you receive so that you don't have to switch CSVs and do all this crazy stuff, that's worth $350 a month right there. And so anytime you hear people complaining about data and it's too expensive in Clay and all these other things, bring your own API keys. And it's as cheap as you can get it anywhere else. Another thing that, before we move on, that I find people complain about in Clay is they say that the data inside of Clay isn't accurate. That's one thing that maybe the LinkedIn data, you can say, you can have your opinions on the LinkedIn data. But keep in mind, I hear all the time people asking, how good is Clay's email data? How good is their mobile data? How good is their technology data? How good is their fundraising data? Clay does not own any of this data. There are other providers who are bringing that data into the platform. So it's not how good is Clay's mobile phone number data, it's how good is People Data Labs' phone number data? How good is the Tagmas people phone number data? How good is Forager's phone number data? So two of the biggest complaints you see about Clay, it's too expensive and you have problems with the data. If it's too expensive, use your own API keys of your favorite platforms. Like, it's insane that they don't charge you for bringing in your own API keys because you're literally undercutting the exact way that they make money. It's nuts. Just pay the $350 a month. And then on the flip side, if you don't find the data to be accurate and undercutting the data, if it's too expensive, use your own API keys of your favorite platforms. Like, it's insane that they don't charge you for bringing in your own API keys because you're literally
Laser spring.
The last company I worked at was called Clue. Basically, they provided competitive intelligence for enterprise sales teams. Not just enterprise, but sales teams. And this role I'm applying for is at this company called Clay. Basically, they make this workbook or like an Excel spreadsheet that has essentially each cell you can plug into other tools, they're called APIs, to get data from them. And they're hiring a product support specialist. I reached out to the head of support. He basically said to me, like, yeah, for this role, you want to be pretty familiar with the tool. People that find success in the role are familiar, so use the free tier, play around with it. If you find something, or if you build something that's impressive, like, reach out to me. So, kind of live streaming it as I do it. Maybe they'll take a look. Maybe they won't. I imagine they won't. That's what I'm doing. And every time I leave the party to enter, text me, bro, come back to Discord.